Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Mr. Adams. We're out here at the tree house today, and I thought we'd go over some of the parts of the floor and the pressure treated floor system in our little tree house. Luckily, we're in the middle of building this, so we get to go over the parts of the floor, the parts of the wall, the framing aspects of the tree house here. So it's actually not a tree house, it's just a platform in the woods, so we call it a tree house, but it has the same floor plan as the tiny house that we have out there in the courtyard at school. The only difference is it's a little shorter. So you guys have seen the pictures and the drawings, so now you see the real thing. So we'll go over the floor here, and I wanted to say thanks for everybody for logging in. I've gotten some really cool pictures. Logging into Zoom this morning and talking to me, that's really important that you keep doing that. I got some really cool pictures from you guys and projects that you're doing. I got to talk to each one or a lot of you individually. Manny called today. He's been painting. Tristan had a catastrophe at his house. He's working on that with his mom. They had some plumbing issues, so they're working on that and rebuilding their cabinetry. Bryce sent some pictures and some others, so thank you guys all for sending your stuff in. I appreciate that. So anyway, off to the floor system. We're going to walk into the tree house here into the bottom, and we're going to go over a cantilevered floor system in particular, which we haven't really talked about yet. So there's a girder system in here and a cantilevered floor system, so let's get to it. So guys, when you come in here, one of the first things you notice, we have this diagonally braced in so many directions. That's to keep it from twisting, just like basically keeping everything from twisting in the wind and stuff. But that's a little bit special and different because it's out here in the woods from what you normally see. But what is standard here is we have a girder system, all right? This is exterior lumber, all right, that you're dealing with. It's silver yellow pine, it's pressure treated. So in your delivery ticket, it'll say something like this particular one would be a 4x4 SYP PT on a delivery ticket. So it'd be silver yellow pine pressure treated lumber. 4x4 would be the nominal dimension of it. The dress dimension would actually be, as you guys recall in class, 3.5 inches wide by 3.5 inches wide. And then you would order it by whatever length you needed. All right, so that particular framing member there is a 4x4. Our girder up here, all right, is what we refer to as a 2x8 girder, all right? It's just a 2x8 bolted here and a 2x8 bolted here to the 4x4. The 2x4 is also pressure treated lumber. It's also silver yellow pine, all right? Then we have our floor joist system up here. The floor joists you see are 2x6s, okay? So we've gone over the 4x4, the 2x8, and this is a 2x6. All right, the 2x8 is 1.5 inches wide. All right, even though the nominal dimension is going to be 2x8, the actual dress dimension is going to be 1.5 inches thickness by 7.25 inches high, height-wise, after we're done with the milling process, okay? Now the 2x6 here, the floor joist, its nominal dimension is 2x6. The width of it, the dressed width, is actually 1.5 by 5.5, and we reviewed and gone over all that in class. So again, that's a 4x4, a 2x8, and a 2x6. All right. You notice on my floor system here, it's 16 inches on center. Okay. That means from one edge of the floor joist to the other edge of the floor joist, it's exactly 16 inches. From the center of the floor joist to the center of the floor joist, it's exactly 16 inches. And we've learned how to lay that out in class repeatedly. We pull 15.25. We put our X on the other side of the line. We subtract 3/4 of an inch. As you guys recall, that's all review in a separate lesson. I don't want to get into too much of that right now. But again, we have our floor joist system. This is our subfloor, and this is how it used to be done in the old days. What I actually have is pine flooring going on a 45-degree angle instead of plywood like we've done in class. We typically have used a 3/4 inch tongue groove OSB for our subfloor structure, or just to practice, we've just used 7/16 sheets of OSB, as you recall. But in this particular case, we're using diagonal pine flooring. Again, that is to hold our floor system from racking out of square, all right? So everything's about level, plumb, and square in construction. That's what's most important. So one of the special aspects of this, and something that you do a lot when you're building a deck primarily, is we have a cantilevered floor joist system here, all right? If you look at our floor joist, it's cantilevered out past the girder. This is called a cantilever, okay? It's C-A-N-T-I-L-E-V-E-R, a cantilevered floor joist system. And now this is my treehouse, so we haven't gone into all kinds of details of how far out we're allowed to cantilever, but there's all kinds of rules on cantilevering that you need to be mindful of when you're building a deck, and you have to follow the building codes so that you don't create more like a seesaw. In fact, I built a house one time where the engineers cantilevered it out too far, and it did pull the walls out of plumb. Years ago with Fred Raffensperger, I had done that. So anyway, that's a cantilevered floor joist system. All right, so again, there's our floor joist, there's our girder, and these are our diagonal braces. Here's our posts. So I just wanted to go over the basics. We're going to get in a lot more detail on the treehouse here, but that's some of the aspects of the floor joist system. So again, in class we called these stringer joists. All right, this is a stringer joist. This would be a header floor joist here. Okay, stringer, header. All right, this intersects the stringer joist at a 90-degree angle. Okay, in this particular case, sometimes they're out at a 45 or 22.5, like we talked about in class. But anyway, that's a little bit of review of the floor joist system. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get into the wall frame and some of the aspects of the wall framing. So I hope you guys are having a great day and enjoying your time off, and you're getting along. I know it's not time off now that we're in cyber school, but you're getting along well. And if you have any questions, you guys all know my number. You can call me and get a hold of me through WhatsApp or through my actual cell phone if you need to, or email, or through Canvas. So have a great day, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks.